Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. This is Wolf and Bones Comic Club. I am one of your hosts, Kel McDonald.
And I'm Bones Leopard.
For this show, we read through classic comics that we have been meaning to read. And we are currently, so to this week, we are talking about Berserk Volume 1, which is making Bones reconsider reading Berserk.
Yeah, volume 11.
Oh yeah, not volume one, in volume 11. Uh
Yeah,
uh
no, this one is rough. I feel like this one's probably been the roughest one.
yeah. And
So,
you know, I did warn you that the eclipse is the roughest Berserk ever gets. Um
yeah.
and I feel like as far as preparing the reader for how bad shit's going to go, it is probably good that this volume happens before the eclipse because
Oh.
if
Okay.
this is too much, maybe you can't make it through the eclipse. Um, uh,
Noted.
but
Got it.
um, here is the cover um, for volume 11 in the very nice, fancy, big volume I have, which what you're reading doesn't always have them. Um, so, what do you think of this fun cover?
I love it. It's got my favorite character in the background so far,
Your boy
so
Zod, who he
yes,
comes
I
back.
love it.
He's zodding it up this volume. Uh,
Yes.
and then there's the moth lady from last volume. And the slug man that we talked about gets killed in the Black Swordsman arc. Uh,
I actually didn't realize that was the moth lady, but like now that you say it, I'm like, oh yeah, it is.
yep. Um, so we start with the king's palace, and I can tell
Yes.
that this is your screenshot because it is darker than my screenshot. Um,
Aha.
I wrote down love a good building, love good architecture. I'm always loving those backgrounds. Um, that's every time people tell me
Yeah,
send me comic pages, I'm like, you gotta put more backgrounds in there. Um,
I mean, they're important. As much as some people hate drawing them, they're very important. Honestly, this like scene with the king on his throne, I like when I sent it to you, it just like it was one of those moments where I'm like sitting there and I'm like, I've been reading a lot of like manhwa and the scroll comics and stuff like that, and for a lot of those, like with their like romantic fantasies or whatever, they use a lot of the 3D modeling for their backgrounds with their castles and everything like that. And just seeing this and like knowing that there wasn't a 3D model used, I was like, dang, this is just beautiful.
this is some good ass backgrounds.
Yes.
So about the king on the throne, I also took a screenshot of when it zooms in on him because we have all this ornate stuff around him and he looks so
Yes.
small on the throne comparison. Like he is overpowered by this royal office. And he's the only thing that is not symmetrical in the scene, so it's he doesn't quite fit on his throne anymore.
Yeah.
Bam, symbolism. And then like when he's
Yeah.
talking about how his life has fallen apart or his relationship has deteriorated with his daughter, his crown falls off
Mhm.
his head. Again, bam, symbolism.
I mean, like, if there's one thing he's good at, it's symbolism. I mean, he's so good at
Yeah,
many,
yeah,
many
he's good at
things,
many,
but
many things. Um,
But the
And
symbolism.
then we get backstory about the king recruiting the devil dogs. Um, and I saved this thing because I like how like sort of open and airy these panels are, and then we get this one big one that's like, I'll overwhelm you.
Yes. No, agreed.
He's a weird ape man. What do you think of this guy's design? Hi, Monica. Thank you for joining us as we talk about Berserk. But yeah, what do you think about his weird monkey face?
I mean, I don't like it. It's like very like uncanny valley, unsettling kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I was trying to figure out if it was like, is he trying to go with like a monkey aspect? Is it like because like I like the mouth makes me think of like a donkey.
Mm-hmm.
The hair makes me think of a lion, and so it's just like, is it just like grabbing from like a bunch of different animal features,
Yeah.
or yeah.
But I love that he's like a black hole. And then I took a picture of the happy people that help our heroes. And in my notes, I wrote, happy people equal doomed.
Always doomed.
Always doomed.
Ugh,
Um, always
yeah,
doomed. The happy people cannot last long. Um,
so sad.
and I like Judah telling Casca to go sit with Griffith because he knows she's still got a thing for him. Uh,
Yeah.
after all this time, and then them all looking back at the city because it's gonna be the last time they see it. I just like those like wistful look backs. Um,
This was like the look back scene. Uh, I uh, I actually don't think I sent you like a screen grab of it, but like with like the flowers and
yep,
stuff, I
that's
thought
my
that
next
that
one that
was
I saved.
probably
Um,
oh, perfect. Because I was like, this is like the softest like imagery I feel like that's we've ever seen in this book. Like,
yeah,
it felt very soft.
and it's kind of his dream falling apart, like these flowers blowing in the wind.
Mhm. No, that's true. I just thought it was very interesting where it's like they're leaving this place
Mm-hmm.
that, I didn't think about it in the fact of his dreams, like, oh, it's all over. Like, I just thought, I was like, wow, to like be looking back at this town where all these horrible things happened,
But it's also
and
where they
yeah.
were built up. So it's like both the worst parts and the best parts of Griffith's life were in this town.
Mm,
So yeah, his dream falling apart. Um and then we have them driving away and slowly noticing um what's to come. And then there were two
yeah,
panels that I saved that I deleted because you did not like what was going on in them. Um,
I do not.
yeah, but the devil dogs cut people up and put them on pikes. Um, and sort of have them hoisted up like they are battle banners. And as gruesome as that is, it's kind of great psychological warfare from like a strategic point of view. Like if you see
Oh,
that
a hundred
coming,
percent.
yeah, like shit's fucked. And of course, I love it when people get their heads squished in this. So
It wouldn't be you if there wasn't at least
yeah,
one squished head panel chosen.
yeah. Um, and then I like that they're fighting the regular guys, and then from the back, the leader comes. It's a good sort of ominous that he's like scratched out at first as he comes forward.
I did think that that was interesting of like like because there were like the regular guys,
Mm-hmm.
and then um yeah, I don't know, there was something about it, like I was kind of expecting him to be leading it, so I thought it was very interesting
That
that
he's
he
from the
wasn't at
back.
the front.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, later you see why he's in the back. Um, and it's to make sure no one runs away. Uh, and his big entrance where he's being all intimidating, and he has like the wolf fur. I think that's a wolf over his head. And like he just is so much bigger than Guts.
yeah, he's massive, which is why, like, you said wolf, and I'm like, oh, maybe it was a wolf. I was thinking bear this whole time just because of how
Well, it's
massive
more
he
because
is.
like the arms are so skinny. I feel like if it was a bear,
Yeah,
and then this scene where he
that,
catches
that's
Guts's swing, I was like, is he gonna kiss Guts's hand?
it did look like that.
He's gonna give it a kiss or lick it. Um, Either way, this guy's a freak. And then
Very
we
much so.
have Guts realizing he's fighting a demon. Your two favorite boys. Or actually, these are your three
Yeah,
favorite boys, because it's
it's true.
all your favorite boys in one panel.
It's a very good panel.
Uh, and so what they do was Guts was just holding them off so that way everyone could get across the bridge, and then they could blow up the bridge while the demon guys were crossing it. And I was like, that's a really good plan. Um, and I like that they continuously have good strategies. And good
Yeah.
good drawings of explosions.
Well, it's like they got both like Casca and Juno on the team, so you know that like
The plans are gonna be
they'll be
good.
making some smart decisions.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, and then these are just so ominous. Like,
Yeah.
and then he squishes
I
a
think I
guy.
even
That
mentioned it before where I like it whenever back in those ominous panels of like whenever like a villain or demon character has just like they like circular white eyes,
yeah,
um is something that I like that they do, and he does that so well.
yeah. Um, and then another squished head. Because he doesn't let his guys retreat, which is why he is in the back. Um, if you retreat, you might as well be dead. So it's kind of interesting, like brutality. I like the other convicts' reaction to that guy getting his head squished, like
Yeah.
because he's attacking his own men. Um, and then we get Guts thinking about your favorite boys. Um, but foreshadowing.
Yeah.
We get reminders of all the cryptic prophecies he's been getting. The ones, your hence shall be the time of the eclipse. When his ambition collapses, death will pay you a visit, a death you you can never escape. And so Guts thinking this demony guy that he's fighting is what he was warned about. And I just love this
Yeah.
panel.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, with the just it is because it's like Guts's instincts, like so he has been paying attention to these warnings he's been getting. He's not
Yeah,
like
he's not ignoring
ignoring
them. Yeah.
them, and he just doesn't realize that he's still not there yet to like,
Yeah.
yeah.
He also like doesn't know what to do about them. Um More explosions. Because they put several explosions um along the route because they have they knew the escape route they were taking. So it's a good sort of Casca and Judah uh making preparations as they escape. Um,
Yeah.
and I just wrote, he's having a great time. He's so
He
excited.
really is.
He's like, this is awesome. I want more of my guys to blow up in front of me. Why don't we do this every weekend?
And he's doing that like arms wide open, like roller coaster.
Whee!
Wee.
Yep. And then I wrote, the cavalry has arrived, so they get um Corcus shown up. He finally gets to be heroic. And he
Yeah.
for once in his life, he's so excited that he gets to be heroic. He gets to be the like charge, like um he's so pumped.
He really is.
This is the best day of his life. And this is him getting to shine, because we got like Judah and Pippin to shine last time. Um, Obviously Casca and Guts get to shine all the time, but they're really giving all these more secondary characters their moment in the sun before it's covered by an
Yeah.
eclipse.
It's just like, yeah, like, you know, since I've been warned about the eclipse, it's just like, it's just making sure you remember that you care about these guys. I do
Yeah.
love that he's so excited for that moment and then like immediately fumbles it, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, it wouldn't be him
Um
without it.
and then Devil Dog confirms he's a demon. He's just, hey, what's up? Uh Most of the fight with the demon guy I didn't think was very interesting.
Yeah.
What I did find interesting is Griffith can only watch. And I love that they keep cutting back to Griffith during this whole fight.
Agreed. Because yeah, I'll admit, like, this fight like was not one of the more interesting ones, but the constant reminder that Griffith was watching
And
was
he
like
can't move.
almost made it brutal, you
Yeah.
know?
Griffith is watching. He can't do anything. Um Casca sees that he can't do anything, and it's killing him. And then Casca's like, shit's getting real. Guts is in trouble. Then this is just the goofiest panel.
Yeah. I didn't really like that. I was just like, man, what are you?
He's a freak. That's what he is. And then he punches Guts' horse. And I know this is a serious moment, but it just makes me think of Blazing Saddles.
Oh my gosh.
When Mambo shows up, the
Oh,
first thing he does, punch a horse.
yes. Well,
Uh,
sometimes you gotta, you know?
Punches a horse. And so this is one of my favorite moments in the whole volume. Is Griffith reaching for his sword and he can't grip it. And it falls. And he just has to look at his sword.
Yeah. It's brutal.
Brutal. Brutal. Love the like little panel by panel decompression of him like not being able to even hold it.
Yeah.
And then Costco looks
But
great.
also kind of cruel that they keep handing him a sword where it's like he
But
can't
they
use
didn't
that,
they
guys.
didn't
Don't put
hand
it
it to
near
him. They just put it near him.
That's true. That's true.
And then Costco looks great as usual. That's our girl.
Oh yeah.
Very heroic, very dashing. This could be a statue.
Also, like her horse, I feel like is probably one of the more decent horses in this volume. Like,
Yeah.
pretty good.
And then we have him at the devil guy attacking his own men again. Because they tried to retreat, so fuck that. And then Corcus making an excellent face in the bottom here.
Yeah.
He has some very good faces this volume.
He does. Maybe the creator realized that having a character make good faces like the maid in the previous volume
Yep.
is just necessary for this kind of story.
Yep. More Griff if watching. He's got his eyes on Guts.
Always.
And then we reach the second phase of the boss battle. I love the swirly smoke around him, slowly revealing the different body parts.
Yeah. Just like, oh, it's like he gets his own little magical girl transformation, except for it's like terrifying.
Horrible monstrosities.
Yeah.
The eyeballs in the shoulders.
Yeah, I hate it. Absolutely hate it.
And then he's so much bigger than Guts.
And this form definitely way more ape-like or
yeah.
Yeah.
And Guts is like, oh fuck.
Yeah. An absolute beast.
Good reaction. And then he fights with a tree. I think that's a good detail. Like, he's so big that his quote-unquote weapon is just, I ripped a tree out of the ground.
Yeah.
And these...
No, absolute beast.
Everyone going flying. A lot of these horse poses make me think of... In Clip Studio, you can download little digital figurines that you can like move their limbs and stuff around and pose them.
Yes.
And the human beings have limits so you don't accidentally break their spine. But whoever made the horse did not know how to program that into the horse.
Yeah.
Which...
I know exactly what you're talking about.
So... Sometimes... But that will probably be useful when drawing a horse like in this top left. Because that horse ain't getting back up. Yeah. And then we have Casca slapping the shit out of Guts to fight. And I like that she's like, we were gonna run off together and have adventures, so you need to get your shit together and finish this fight.
Like, come on. We all gotta live.
Like, weren't you gonna take me with you? Weren't you gonna take me with you? Like, great Casca dialogue. And then he has a weird penis tongue.
Yeah, not a fan. It did make me think of, there was something going around recently where it was like tentacle porn was created because of nipple censorship, and I never Googled.
It might have been because of dick censorship, because I know they gotta white out dicks a lot. So since this is not,
I don't know, but it was like some sort of post going around the internet that I was like,
I don't think
it was thinking about that.
I don't think it was nipples. I think it was probably because of dicks. And then his
that makes more sense.
His dick tongue gets stabbed. Um,
Good.
and I have the official translation. And I highlighted it, this panel, because they censor him saying dick or dong. So we can see the weird tongue penis, but we can't say it's a penis.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
I guess they wanted to still be able to like have a deniability of being
Plausible
like, no,
deniability. No,
it's
that's a tongue.
yeah.
And still I wrote down Guts is fighting a monster for you, Griff. That's my alarm to tell me to drink water. Um,
Yeah, that's a very important alarm.
Everybody hydrate. But yeah, so um, Griff, everyone's dying for you. How do you feel about that as you sit there and can't move?
It's like not only that, like all this stuff's happening, but then like the one person who's even being able to fight is like
Mm-hmm.
the one person he can't stop thinking about to begin with.
Yeah.
So
And we got I like this panel because Guts is specifically stabbing him in weak points where it's been established that, like, I guess his skin is thicker than normal.
yeah.
So he's inside the mouth, he's stabbing an eyeball. Guts is trying to aim for where it hurts. And everyone is excited about how well Guts is doing, except Griff.
Yeah.
And Corcus is making excellent faces again.
Always. You know, I'm curious what you think for like so these parts with like Griffith is like watching all of this. How much of it do you think is just like envy that he's not the one saving the day? Or
I think
like what are
it's
your
he resents the powerlessness because so it's not so much that Guts is fighting and doing these things. It's that Griffith is not able to do anything during this fight. He can't take charge, he can't help in the fight, he can't organize a retreat, he can do nothing. Um, and I think as someone who is so ambitious as him, that's infuriating. What do you think is going on in his mind?
Yeah, I agree with that. I think and then like but I mean like my first thought was like, "Oh, is it just like yeah, he's never been in this position before of that and like I couldn't tell if it was like part of him is just like if anything like this me is setting up for him to feel bitter
Mm-hmm.
at Guts in the future. But that's just that's a guessing on my end.
Guts getting all bloody again. We just cleaned him up. And he's getting all bloody again.
That's what he do.
Mm-hmm. And then you sent this panel. Um,
Yes.
I feel like this is maybe later. So I was trying to figure out the order for everything, and I feel like now that I'm looking at it, this probably comes later.
Well, it's like it's yeah, it's a little after
Is this when he's
no,
getting
actually that's
bandaged up?
before his bloody.
Okay.
That's before his like standing up bloody panel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because it's just a flashback of him, talking to the girl, and it was one of those things where I was reading it, and for some reason at first I was thought he was talking about wanting to defeat Griffith, like, oh, it's this like one guy. But I'm like, wait, he already beat Griffith, and then I noticed the shadow and was
You're
like,
like,
oh
oh, your
wait,
boy.
yeah.
He wants to fight Zod.
Yeah, something's coming.
And then we got Griffith once again can only watch. He's just helpless.
I love that bottom panel with like the gray
Yeah.
um going into his helmet. Yeah.
It's very somber and quiet,
Yes.
even though this is the middle of a bloody fight. And then we have great dry brush guts as he stabs eyeballs and whatnot.
Yeah.
And again, he's going for the weak point, so he's choking him. He stabs him in the eye. Stabs him in the neck. It's good.
Yeah. No, I mean, he's not just like,
He's not a meathead. He's got some strategy.
yeah, yeah. Exactly.
And then everyone reacting to the dead ape man. And Casca running to Guts. And he gives a thumbs up because he's okay. And we both really liked the thumbs up panel.
Yeah.
And Casca's so happy that Guts is giving her a thumbs up. Everything's gonna be okay. Except it's not.
I mean, the way he hit that tree though, like
Yeah.
earlier, I should have taken a thing where it's just like literally like dragging down his face with like a blood trail,
Yeah.
and it's just like, oh. So the thumbs up definitely needed.
Yeah. And then I wrote, Maid still needs a raise. It's like, now for something completely different. Here's the princess's bedroom. Maid still needs a raise. Please take care of this maid. And Princess still doesn't know what anime she's in. What manga she's in.
Yeah.
We talked about what did Griffith say to her, and I think we never get confirmation. We just get what the princess thinks he said.
Yeah. And like honestly, like I don't see him saying that, but again, she doesn't know what genre she's in.
Yeah.
But who knows? Maybe he did. Maybe that was something, like, because he doesn't want to give up his castle.
I promise I'll return. Because, like, we went way. I was looking at, like, the mouth shapes he was making. I don't think that I promise I'll return is the correct mouth shapes. And then she sees what she thinks is a bird because she doesn't know what manga she's in. And it's your boy.
It's I'm so happy. But like honestly, like whenever that panel happened, I was like, yay!
I love this splash page. Cause it's so like both beautiful and ominous at the same time. It reminds me of like etchings that go with like Dante's Inferno and stuff.
Yes, yes. 100%.
Then everyone's getting patched up. Everyone's helping each other out. Teamwork. Taking care of everybody. It's a good little montage.
Yep.
Also,
Hasn't gotten any better at
this
going.
this guy is getting his bone rebroken or reset or whatever.
Oof.
I like the detail that he is biting onto a boot while that is happening, because that is indeed painful. Yeah.
Oh man, I honestly did not pay close attention to what was happening damage wise.
They're all getting bandaged up, so. And then Guts is getting
Makes sense.
slapped by Casca. I like the faces. I just wrote faces and then the little emoji that's like the semicolon and the 3. The kitty cat mouth expression.
Yes.
And then they're being close. Some nice.
Right there in front of Griffith and
And
Judah.
he's watching. Griffith is watching. Judah is helping Griffith.
Yeah.
And then we have Judah, second best at everything. Probably their best doctor.
Oh, that's true. It's very true.
And Judah's like, he is not going to get back up. He's fucked for life.
Yeah. Which I was glad it was finally like acknowledged out loud, you know, to at least Casca.
Yeah. And it makes sense that someone with at least a little bit of medical training needs to be the one to be like, he is not getting better.
Yeah.
And I like her little lip quiver before she acknowledges it. And this is the setup for a horror movie.
Oh my gosh, for real.
Yeah, the guy's all near to like, I think that big giant monster that's clearly dead just moved. But it's just my imagination.
What? That never happens in horror movies. What are you talking about?
Yeah, never happens. And then we have Guts and Griffith on repair, bonding.
Slumber party.
We get Griffith smiles a little bit. And
Yeah.
Guts is like, hey, remember Zod? And then Griffith wants to put his armor on. Why do you think Griffith wants his armor back on?
I mean, I was thinking it's like he physically is the most fragile he's ever been at this moment. So I feel like, if anything, the armor would make him feel a little more solid and less protected, but more like we can feel how he wants to remember how it feels, I guess.
I put down, I think this is the opposite of Guts being naked with Casca. Griffith does not want to be vulnerable at all with Guts in any way. So, whereas Guts and Casca got more naked and less protected with each other, Griffith wants more protection. He wants to armor himself against Guts, especially.
Interesting. I love that. I'm stealing that. It's great.
And then Griffith can't even pull out a knife.
Oof. Yeah.
Also, why do you think Griffith wants to pull out a knife?
I was so wondering because I was like, why did he grab the knife? Was it him? Like, was he just like, oh, time for me to stab you, Guts? Or
Because he does
uh
it after Guts dresses him, and after Guts makes that sort of joke that's meant to lift Griff's spirits.
yeah.
But I think Griffith does not appreciate that joke. He thinks that joke is pitying him, and so his instinct was to stab Guts for insulting him.
Which I was also curious as like, do you think Guts like really believes that Griffith will become better? Like is does he actually believe it, or is it like is he refusing to see
Well,
um
Guts don't know nothing, so Guts might not realize that these injuries are unrepairable.
true.
As Guts don't read. Guts only knows fight sword. Uh, and him like trying to comfort Griffith, and I think Griffith is so used to being strong that he hates this.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
And then Ape Man's back because it was a horror movie. He was clearly not dead.
Yeah.
I love the contrast on this panel. Um, I like the black heavy line art on the fur. Um, to help it pop from the bushes as he's dragging himself along.
Oh yeah.
And it's also he's like kind of sad while he's attacking this whole scene.
It's
Um,
just like, yeah, he's just like, I
I
don't
don't
want
want
to
to die.
die.
You gotta summon the guys so I can get healed up. And I love like that sort of close up on his eyeball as he's desperately yelling, "Call them."
Which I also like that he called them guardian angels,
Mm-hmm.
even though they're demons. I was just like, oh,
Because that's what they
interesting.
were called in the legend that exploded the tower.
Oh, that's true.
And then we just have him like he shows everyone just how vulnerable Griffith is.
Yeah.
It ain't just some skin he's missing. His arm muscles, his leg muscles, his tongue.
Which after this scene, like there's like this part where it's like pock, pock, pock as like the sound effects happening in the crowd. When it zooms in on Griffith's mouth, and then there's the sound effects. Uh, it's a page after the one.
Okay, I didn't save it. I think that's
Um,
Griffith trying
okay.
to talk. Um,
I was wondering because I was just like, "What is this noise?" It doesn't. I don't
cause he
understand
doesn't
where
have
it's
a
coming from.
tongue. So if you try to talk and you don't have a tongue, uh, uh, uh,
True. Hmm.
uh,
Oh wow, that's hard.
and he doesn't, and then your boy shows up.
Yeah.
And I love like we had this is how much the ape man was bigger than Guts. And then Zod is even bigger than that.
Yes. It's just like, yeah, whenever he showed up, I was like, damn, like, because I forgot how big Zod was.
Yeah. And then, of course, everyone's reaction. Corcus is great. He just
Yes.
grabbed a guy and was like, oh no!
It's like, no.
And then, Griffith looking at Zod in sort of shock. And of
I
course,
did like that, like, Zod impales
the
that
other
other
guy,
guy
yeah.
onto his horns, and, like, the whole time that other guy is just holding on to Griffith. Like, Zod does not ever at any point touch Griffith.
Yeah. And then I got Corcus's reaction to that impalement. Great, great faces. Yeah, here's him getting impaled.
Yeah.
And Zod just looks at all these little people. And he's like, oh, your Bailet will be back. Don't worry.
Because that's just how it be.
And then Guts gets more cryptic shit said to him. And weird goo people come out of the ape. And he's an old
Which
man.
I was curious about, where it's like, is this like, are these like souls of people he's killed, or
Well, we know
like,
that to become one of those big monsters, you gotta sacrifice people. So are these his
mm,
sacrificed people? Or are these people he ate? I don't know. But I did like all the goo comes out, and then he's just left to this old man.
yeah, that was interesting. Where it's like, oh, you get the body, but a lot of the like goo bodies, uh, there was like a lot of like you're like, oh, there's a lot of like female like boobies in there. So it was just like, oh, where did these come from? These
Yeah.
were obviously. I totally forgot about the sacrificing thing. So you're right.
But yeah, I do like that he turns back into an old man. Um and then we have the um chapters for next volume.
Oh gosh.
Requiem of the Wind. What do you think that's about?
I don't. Let's see. That would be. Hmm. I don't know. Them continuing their journey, trying to figure out what's going to happen next.
And then there's Warriors of the Twilight.
Oh, I have no idea. Because that's like. See, then it's like. Back Alley Boy. So, do they. I guess maybe they have another fight before the eclipse happens?
Well, Back Alley Boy, I'll give you. That's Griffith's dream flashback. So I'll give you the hint that Black Alley Boy is Griffith.
Okay.
Then we have the eclipse, which you've been warned about.
Yes.
Then we have the promised time, Advent, Inhuman Host, the castle, parting, and the feast.
The feast is very ominous. The castle, I'm gonna assume, is about Griffith again. Uh, Yeah, because I know like once that eclipse chapter happens, like all of this is the eclipse
Yeah.
until like and like all of like volume 13 is.
Yeah. So for next week,
Um
read volume 12.
okay.
And if the feast is too much, that's your chance to duck out before it gets really gnarly.
Okay. No, this is good to know.
Um,
We finally made it.
yeah, volume 13 um, is going to be where most of the violence happens. Because, so the eclipse, spoiler, is Griff summoning the guys, the boys that we saw.
Oh, okay.
Um, and so all this is like, what are you offering to get superpowers? And is Griffith's thought process and everyone else's thoughts um before shit gets gnarly.
Interesting. Okay.
So, tune in next week everyone while we talk about some gnarly ass shit. Though we're going to get emotionally destroyed before
Oh gosh.
people.
I'm not ready for that.
Yeah. You did share the one page that you looked at.
Yeah, because it was just like this like big white page, and I was just like, "What's this?"
Yeah.
Uh, so I do have I know one panel that's coming up.
Yeah. Um, I'll also give you a content warning on suicide.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. So those are your warnings. Shit gets really starts to get gnarly in the feast. And for the rest of it, some suicide uh thoughts for um the before the feast. So what panel should we use for our
Ooh.
episode?
I mean, oh, that's a tough one. I'm part of me is like one of the ooh, no, that one. That
Yeah,
one.
our
Yes.
boy, our boy Zod.
Yeah.
My other thought was to use no, where is it? I'm looking for Griff if can't pick up his sword.
Oh, yeah, in the cave.
That.
I mean, that's also a good one.
I kind
I
of
guess that one makes more sense for what we talked about, but
yeah.
I just prefer Zod.
Yeah. For the title, I kind of want to name it Why Can't They Say Dick?
That's a perfect title.
Why can't they say dick?
They can do so much,
Yeah.
but they draw the line. Oh man.
All right. Thank you folks for watching. We'll be back next week
Yes, thank you.
with some emotional wreckage. And then we're going to take a week off for me going to San Diego Comic Con.
And I'll be melting in Arizona.
Good luck. Good luck melting in
Thank you.
Arizona. But yes, thank you folks for watching.
Thank you.